days did she say she could do?
And if you get it once, we don't practice it again until I do the opposite. So, because I think you can get a false sense of it's really good because she's just patterned, but she's not listening to the words and make the pairing. She's just going through what worked the time before. That's the border collie.
It's good. We like a little border collie.
Oh yeah.
Flashy.
Oh yeah. It's not a bad, like anticipation. It's anticipation, right? It's good and bad, but you have to know,
Right.
if you have that kind of dog, so that you're training the correct things.
Because even with that
In that
Grand
moment.
Prix, it was like one end one time, one end the other. You know, used on the first one, got the second one right, but probably because she went to the first one.
Yeah.
The first one. So that's why I was flip flopping it, not making it the same one.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, she wasn't always. There was repetition. We went that way last time, so that's how I must be right.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
Which
Yeah.
doesn't work on a course when you got two passes.
Right. And for a dog that likes to go as well, like for me, if she gets it wrong the first time, or it's lie down, and you're just gonna have to. I'm not giving it to you immediately. Like think about it.
So lie her down or just not,
I would say lie down.
and
Yeah. For
wait.
my guys, I'm like, what are you doing? Something. I want them to look like Sam looked when she had to read that reverse reset 2-3 times.
Right.
Like I want that.
Yeah, just look at that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave it. You're good. Leave it.
Because for her, getting that response isn't easy.
Right.
I need to care about getting it right the first time. We need her to have so that she's thoughtful and listening the first time.
Yeah.
Versus, I'll just get another shot. I don't care.
Right. It's cool. Yes. Because I find wild recommendation that pattern. Putting it in this end, the bunch, it's got to be this end, this end. Yeah. With her, sometimes I'll do a couple that way, but then switch it. Like, it's that way.
Right. This is
Very hard to
rewarded.
convince, like, it's this way. So, yeah. But I still but it's just. And then in here.
Keep going. And then it's backside blind. Jump. Tunnel. Here. Hey.
No.
No.
Lie down. Lie down.
No.
Lie down. You're wrong. Very sad. No, you're wrong. You're not listening. Lie down. Right.
Here.
Yes! Good girl!
Girl. Push.
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
Jump!
Tunnel.
Tunnel!
Jump.
Tunnel!
Jump.
Hey, good girl.
Nice.
Good job, Jason.
Nice job, girly. And also, like, if I tell them that they're wrong, I always look for trends, right? So, like, getting onto her, right?
Yes.
The very next time, I would probably give her tunnel
Yeah.
to try to trick her a bit.
Yes.
To see,
Right.
were you just choosing the other one because the game stopped, or are you actually listening?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So, especially if you only have, and for dogs like her, because
Station.
I think she's just choosing the other one
Yes.
at times, and
Station.
then
Stop.
she's just choosing the one that she's already gotten right the previous time, right? So then I'm thinking 3 things, right? So that I'm not variable bouncing in between just 2.
Yeah.
Right? Because right now, if it's just 2, it's one or the other, right?
Right.
But if I have 3, so like here, your turn right or your jump cue,
Yes.
I would use jump cue, tunnel, here.
Okay.
So that you have 3 to have a non, like, patterned
Okay.
order.
Right.
Does that make sense?
So doing the here on a jump instead, like.
Doing tunnel, having
Like
3
we go
options.
through, we go tunnel. Yeah.
Here,
Yes, that's another
there,
option. Yep.
right? Or jump, whatever your turn away from you cue is, or right, here, right? So in this position, it could be tunnel, it could be here, it could be zip, right? So have more than just 2 things that you're correct. Exactly, yes. Because dogs that, because I think when she got it wrong, she was already set in her head, I'm gonna do here the next time, because that's what she wanted. So I'm always, for me, when I'm working listening skills, I'm always gonna ask for the opposite of what I think they're thinking,
Yes.
right?
Job.
So like, and I do that with anticipation on my release cue, like for start line. And for score, all I needed was like sit and down and back up, and those were his 3 cues, right? Well, Skeeter started on his own as I was leading out, doing sit down, because he already knew as soon as I looked, I was going to ask him for the other. So he was like doing all of them, let me go, you know. But for me, I was like, okay, you have to have a 3rd thing. So back up, how about that? And then he's like, oh, I better listen, because it may not just be sit or down before I get to go. Right.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So you have to have at least 3
Funny
things.
on the start line to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was ridiculous. Mary Ellen's like, what is happening? And I was like, he's doing the pattern, because at first, whenever I would look over my shoulder, like if I left him in a down,
Yeah.
I'd look over my shoulder, I would say sit or okay.
Yeah.
Like one of those 2 things would happen, but you'd have to listen and respond to whichever one it
Right,
was.
right.
It wasn't always okay.
Right.
So if I left you and you were in a down, then you'd
Yeah.
have to either sit or
Yeah.
okay.
So you figured out real quick.
Yeah, he was like, well, if I just do this pattern of sit down, okay is going to be the next thing.
Oh my God.
And I think that happens when you just have 2 things.
I love you. Oh my
versus
God.
3 or 4. for
Oh my
listening.
God. Is this part of my dinner payment? I have to be kissed by the dog.
Yes.
Yes.
You get a Deja lap dance.